Oh, hey there, YouTube. This is for the people that have a RV or travel trailer or anything like that. You may be familiar with this here. This is for the roof vent. This is the inside portion you see on the inside of the roof. They call this the garnish. Yeah, who thought of that name, huh? But so these things over the years, they get real brittle from the heat. They flake apart and break, and depending on how thick it is, you know, these can range from $30 to $40 depending on where you get them from. Kind of ridiculous. But anyways, mine had a couple of little hairline cracks in them, and I wanted to reuse them. I have two of them. The other one's up there. So what I did first was I went ahead and mixed up some 2-part epoxy. And I brushed it on all around here, all around the whole thing. Well, actually, before I did that, where the cracks were, I sanded that area and I applied some epoxy there first. Let that dry. Then I went back and mixed another batch and applied a thin coat with a little brush all the way around it. You got to work kind of quick because it dries quick. And then I came back with this drywall fiberglass tape when it was still workable, and I laid that down in there. Of course, I cut around all the holes, worked it in there. I let that dry, and then that was dry. I mixed up another batch of 2-part epoxy, and as you can see, I went over the top of it. So this is really helping to reinforce it. It's going to extend the life. The epoxy by itself is going to help it a lot, but this fiberglass drywall mesh tape is really going to help. And then after that, I went ahead and cleaned everything real good with 91% rubbing alcohol. And then I painted it all with white paint. And I used the, I believe it's the Krylon, the paint that's made for plastic, the Fusion. And I think it came out real nice. Show you the other one here. Got the same exact treatment to this one. Painted this one as well. There's one of those little hairline cracks. I could have filled it in on the outside so you didn't see it, but I think I'll just come back with a little bit of paint on a brush and put a little bit of paint in there and it'll build it up. It doesn't flex anymore. That's what's important, because it's been repaired on the back side. And here's the paint I used. Yeah, the Krylon Fusion paint and primer. Worked real well for me. So there's a little tip if you're dealing with those things. Now these fenders here, I just replaced these. These were too far gone. But if it just would have been cracked like that in the middle, that would have been no big deal. I would have probably used some fiberglass resin and, you know, some of the fiberglass backing material like that. I would have built it up from the back, and then I would have either used fiberglass or, like, you know, regular Bondo body filler on the front, sanded it smooth, painted the whole thing. But these were just too far gone. They're so, you know, the sun's really taking the toll, so we couldn't do anything on that. But if these were better condition, I could have done the same thing that I did on those. So hopefully this helps someone. And the paint's not only gonna make it look better, it's gonna help protect it too. Matter of fact, my new roof vents on the roof, I'm gonna paint those too, just so it, you know, helps with the sun's UV rays. Thanks for watching.